So if I sound a little strange, I don't think I do because I'm getting over my cold. But I was sick. That's why you didn't see me upload for a while. But yeah, I'm getting right back into this, and soon, guys, I'll be uploading my regular content again. This Pokemon TCG new stuff is just something that I like doing. I really like doing the Pokemon TCG stuff. I do intend to get the online client recorded as well, but soon, not yet. I start to make quite a few decks because of the new rotation that happened, and I am missing out on a lot of stuff. So, anyways, I'm ranting about Regigigas because I love the Regis, and the Regis are probably like my second favorite trio. My first favorite is the birds, and then the Regis, because like I love third gen. I'm a third gen boy. I didn't start third gen. I started first gen, but third gen is my favorite. Anyways. So Regigigas pisses me off. Like, from all the Regis, it's a monster once it gets going because its stats are ridiculous. But does it have to be that way in the card game too? Like, seriously, like Regigigas, it's like a joke. It's literally laughable. But as you can see here, I have all four of the Regis here. And I'm gonna break them down for you and each one of them what they do, because I haven't done a video on all the Regis yet. And I'm gonna do a separate video on Registeel soon, because as you can see in the picture, he's in a certain place and I want to talk about that. So we'll start off with Registeel, and I think it's the best one of the three Regis that we have, the original trio. So for 1 Metal Energy, has Turbo Arm, which does 30 damage and attach a basic energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. That's nice for energy acceleration. I like that a lot. The next attack is for 2 Metal and 1 Colorless, which is Black Steel Fist, 90 damage. If Regice is on your bench, heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. So let me tell you something right now, right? It's 130 HP for a basic, it's not that bad. But let me tell you something. If the Regis aren't EXs or GXs, most of the time the Regi cards alone like this, when they're just like normal, like non-EXs or GXs, aren't that great. Now, there was an exception for Regice, where Regice on its own was actually pretty good because of an ability that it had. But most of the time, no, because they always try to get the trio to do something together. Now, is that a bad thing? No, it's not by any means. It's just the fact that it never really works out well. So, in this case, Registeel is obviously going to be your main focus in the deck, the main attacker. So let's go ahead and look at Regice now. So, Regice has... Ooh, I'm trying to get my screen out the way. Regice has a 130 HP as well. It has an ability called Iceberg Shield. If you have Regirock in play, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon by your opponent's stage 2 attacks. So, again, it can be good if you're running a Floatstone on this deck. I can see this deck kind of coming together in a certain way, but it isn't going to be all that great because it revolves around you switching and adapting to the situations. Now, if you have Floatstones, this is great because all the Regis have very high retreat costs, and Regice, attacking wise, isn't all that great because it has Frost Smash for 1 water and 2 colorless, which does 70 damage. Now, it's a lot easier to charge up than Registeel because it is just a water and you can put a double colorless. Still, you know, even with Choice Band, it's only doing 100 damage, and that's sometimes 3-shotting a lot of things, and that's not that great. So, again, it's okay, but not all that great. I don't know, I just have a gripe when the Regis work together. It's annoying. I will say this time around, though, they do a lot better together than the other ones have before in the past. So let's go ahead and look at Regirock now. He has an ability called Rocky Mountain Howl. Your Registeel's attacks do 10 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Now, that right there is a lot better. I like that. It helps. It also can stack too, so that's great. So I don't know how many Regis you're gonna run in the deck if you decide to make one. I don't see the deck being all that great, but hey, it might actually work. Who knows? First attack for 2 fighting and 1 colorless. It does Hard Swing for 110 damage. Its attack damage isn't affected by resistance. Cool, awesome. But again, not all that great. So the main focus of the deck is to use Registeel as your main Pokemon, and I have to say Registeel could actually be pretty decent with a Fighting Fury belt because you're getting 10 more damage, so you're doing 100 damage with the fist and 110 with the Regirock, and if you get another Regirock that's 120, you're two-shotting quite a bit of things now. But again, you know, the HP is low, but with the Fighting Fury belt, bringing that up to 170, I believe, if my math is correct. It's good. It's Tapu Lele kind of HP, so it's not that bad. But still, now let's get on to the one I want to rant about the most. Regigigas. Now, Regigigas has 180 HP for a basic Pokemon. That is insane. That's really high. But it has an ability called Ancient Steel. If you do not have Regirock, Registeel, and Regice in play, this Pokemon can't attack. Are you kidding me? Well, for good reason, because it has Giant Stomp for 160 and it says discard a stadium card in play. Now, again, this card, it takes 5 energies to use this attack. Now, it also has a 4 retreat cost too, so this thing is insane. Like, it is just not all that great. I hate when they do this to the Regis. It really aggravates me. It does so much. So yeah, with a choice band, I'm doing 190, and I'm able to one-shot certain EXs and GXs and two-shotting everything else. But at the same time, it is still very annoying because it's like, what, I have to use 2 double colors and then a single energy to like charge this thing. That's the fastest way you can do it, unless you use Dragon Shrine, but then that's just, you gotta make so much room in the deck to do these things, and it's ridiculous. I will say you can, I believe, Max Elixir, because it does go for basic, so if you can land it, hey, cool. If you can't, what are you gonna do? It's ridiculous, guys. So I guess one way you can do it is purposely discarding things and using Registeel to keep attaching on to the Regigigas, but again, I just don't like Regigigas. Like, Regigigas is cool, don't get me wrong, I like his design. It's cool that all the Regis, like, together, they don't form Regigigas, but like they have like they added on to the Regis. I thought that was cool, but I don't know, Regigigas is, in the card game, has let me down quite a bit, and I don't know, I just can't see this being all that useful. And if you did run a Regi deck, I'd probably run this at 1 in the off chance that you can actually attack with this thing, because that is massive damage, but I don't know, I just don't see it. It does seem like a fun gimmick deck, and as much as it would frustrate me, I kind of want to do it. But that's my rant on Regigigas, guys. I don't know what it is about this guy, but I understand in the Pokemon game, but in the card game too? Come on now. Come on.